Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I have decided today I was going to go ahead and do a fall favorites tag. This was actually created by Beauty by Angela, and I will go ahead and link her video as well as her channel down below for you. My mother-in-law actually sent me these questions, and it sounded really fun, especially now that Texas has, I'm crossing my fingers, hit the fall temperatures, and it's going to stay that way. This was actually one of those I had to sit there and think about. It was really hard to decide what my favorite fall things were, and I will go ahead and link my video from last year down below. So I'm actually going to look at the questions on my laptop over here, so if I keep looking down, that's why. But let me go ahead and get started. The first question, what is your favorite fall eyeshadow palette? All right, so I tend to go towards more mauve, neutral, taupey purple colors. Doesn't matter what season it is, and in Texas, you really don't have seasons. But I went ahead and did my makeup for today. I had other things I had to do, so it wasn't just for this video. Don't think that. But as you can see, it's more of a purple but taupey color. And I used the Morphe 35T eyeshadow palette, and here's what it looks like. I am actually really in love with this palette. It's got purples, it has the taupes, it has the mauves, it has everything you need. You got the matte colors, the sparkly colors, so it all just blends in real well. It doesn't matter what kind of look you're going for, it just all blends in. And I use some mauve colors, some neutral like taupe colors, as well as a purple, so, and it really blends in perfectly. That would have to be my favorite fall palette. The next question was especially difficult. It is, what is your favorite fall lippie? So I'm assuming lip color. I don't call it a lippie, but maybe I'm just not with the times. Sorry about my hair. This is kind of what it looks like when you shower and you have naturally curly wavy hair and you put it in a clip all night or sleep on it when it's wet. And so it's just kind of going everywhere. So I'm gonna fiddle with it here and there. But as you can see, I have the makeup on. I don't typically wear a lipstick just because I'm constantly drinking water, coffee, juice, tea, you name it. And so this was difficult for the fact of I like to, when I'm wearing darker eyeshadow like this, I tend to go more for the neutral colored lipstick. This is from, it is actually a JLo lipstick, and it is in the color Jennifer's Nude. There you go. And I'm gonna do something really funky. I'm gonna put the nude on one side and then lipstick on the other. All right, so as you can see, it doesn't really show that, like, it's not bold and out there. But when I'm wearing a bolder, darker eyeshadow, I tend to go more for the nude color. Now, if I go more for a neutral, natural look for my eyeshadow, my face, I tend to go darker. And this is, it says Good Year for Wine. It is from Ulta Beauty. But there you go. And there. I kind of have like this two-faced thing going. So as you can see, the bolder colored, darker colored lipstick definitely makes my lips look more accentuated. But there you have it. Nude and darker color Lippie. And yes, I'm gonna hang like this the whole video, so bear with me. All right, favorite fall drink. Well, obviously my favorite fall drink will have to be my favorite drink period, which is coffee. I can drink that when it's 100 degrees outside. I can drink that when it's 40 degrees outside. Coffee is my downright favorite drink. I don't have a favorite type of coffee, a type, flavor of coffee. Coffee is just my favorite. And the next question, question number 5, what is your favorite fall blush? Is there such thing as a favorite fall blush? Or even a fall blush for that? I just go for a blush that is more skin toned, that actually goes with my skin color. I don't really have a fall blush, but the one I've been wearing lately is Madison Miller. It is actually a collab with Ofra and Madison Miller. And it is Sweet Stuff. And there's the color there. And I am wearing it today. But that is the color there. Again, it's not really a favorite. It's just one I use. I have like 3 that I use. So can't really say one or the other is my favorite. All right. Question number 6. What is your favorite fall clothing item? Well, I don't know if you would consider it a clothing item, but I would have to say when the temperatures start to drop, the thing I wear the most or gravitate more toward are my boots. I mean, let's be real. What girl is not going to wear boots during the fall? These are actually my favorite. I call them my biker boots, my zombie stomping boots, just because, if you watch Walking Dead, a lot of the women or even men will wear like the biker boots. And I actually got these at the store DSW way back when, I would say like 4 years ago, maybe longer, 6 years ago. I don't remember, but they have held up very well. I love the buckle look on it, as well as the front there. It does have a zipper right there on the side, which I typically don't use. And then of course it does have a buckle back here to adjust based on your calf size. Some people have smaller calves, some people have smaller ones. It does stretch, which is awesome. But I can wear that with dresses, I can wear them with skirts, I can wear them with my skinny jeans. And that's really one of my favorite things to wear during the fall. Otherwise, I'm looking more toward the flannel type shirts, the shirts that I can wear as like a button up over just a plain white tee. So don't really have a favorite clothing item except my accessories, which are my boots. Number 7, what is your favorite fall scent? Well, when I walk into Bath and Body Works, where I buy a lot of my candles, I will have to say that really anything food like would be my favorite scent. So apple pie, pumpkin spice, sugar cookies, anything of that sort. If I can light the candle and it makes me hungry, that's my favorite fall scent. I would say realistically, the smell of dead leaves. Like when they actually fall off the trees, they're a little wet and they're crunchy. That's the smell. It's the smell of fall. Number 9, what is your favorite fall activity? Well, I would have to say going to the pumpkin patch with my family. We do it every year. And this year we actually were not sure if the pumpkin patch would be open because, there was an issue with her family and her personal life and, the lady that runs the pumpkin patch. And she just wasn't sure if she was going to be running it. She was actually trying to sell some of her land and didn't think that financially she would have it up and running. And now we're actually not sure if next year they're going to be open because her health is declining. So this may be our last year going to this specific pumpkin patch, but I'm okay with that because we do have the brand new baby, and at least we get to carry on the tradition at the same pumpkin patch and do pictures with the new baby. And then if it's not open next year, we'll just find another one. But that is, I have to say, our favorite. We don't get to do apple picking. I've seen a lot of Instagrammers, YouTubers, they talk about apple picking. We don't really have apple trees here in Texas. It doesn't, I guess, get cold enough, I guess, from what I understand. But that would be cool if we did. So yeah, the pumpkin patch is something that is one of our favorite fall activities. And I'm going to take a sip of my warm coffee while it's still warm. All right, number 10, what is your favorite book? I am definitely a reader. I actually have started, and I'm so terrible at it, I have started about 3 or 4 books. They all have bookmarks in them. Do I remember what they're all about? No, which means now I'm going to have to start them all over. But the one book that stands out the most to me that I would have to say is really one that I pretty much read in one day and would read again is this book called The Night Circus. And I'm just going to read the back of it because it actually has been a while since I have read it, but it is a really good book and it really keeps you intrigued. And I guess the other thing for me is it has dates in there, so it's kind of like it's told from that perspective, and it's in the 1800s, so it's that time period. And I'm a big history buff, so I like the period pieces. And it pretty much just says it's a love story for adults that feels luxuriously romantic. The author has created the circus that she has always longed for and has populated it with dueling love-struck magicians, precocious kittens, hyper-elegant displays of beauty, and complicated clocks. So it's really a great book to read. I really suggest picking it up. It is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. And it was, as it says, one of the #1 national bestsellers. Definitely a good read. Let's see. Question number 11. Something you add or omit from your beauty routine in the fall. All right. So when it's fall, I tend to actually add more onto my beauty routine than I do in the summer. I have a natural combination skin type. So parts of my skin get oily, some parts get dry. Well, come fall, because the cold weather, and of course sometimes the biting wind, I have to actually add in more moisturizer, more facial oils, so that way my face does not get dried out. And I don't really omit anything from it. Sometimes I'll add lipstick, especially if I'm going somewhere and we're doing family photos or there will be photos involved, I will add some lipstick. But yeah, something I add is definitely some more, like today I added in a more hydrating primer as well as a 2 different facial oils and then a moisturizer on top of all that. And as you can see, it still looks pretty hydrated. It's not dry. It was in the 50s this morning. It is now back up into the 80s. That's the joy of Texas. You have heat in the morning, AC on in the evening or afternoon. So, but when it does start to get a little bit more chillier, I will do that. I also tend to add a little bit more lip gloss or chapstick so that way my lips don't get dried out. On top of that, I have actually heard, and I haven't tried it, adding in some coconut oil underneath your makeup. I just don't want it all to slide off, but I haven't tried it yet. But if you have, let me know for sure. Number 12, the last question. What is your favorite fall makeup look? Well, this is my typical fall look. I still add in the bronzer so that way it looks like I still am going to the beach, even though I've never been to the beach in God knows how long. But I tend to do more darker tones in the fall, just because I tend to wear more darker tone colors. So I wear more of the navy blue, if I can't even talk, more of the navy blue, more of the maroons and purples, and of course olive greens, any real fall color. So that way I tend to bring it more out in my eyes. Whereas in the summer when it's hot, sometimes you're just too tired to even put on makeup, or it's too hot to put on makeup and you're exhausted and you go more for a natural look. So which is what I did a lot. I barely wore eyeliner. I don't have it on right now, but I will put on more of a liquid liner, and I will do it on my eyelid and not my waterlines. But yeah, this is more of the look. Let me go ahead and just throw on the rest of this lipstick here. There you go. And as you can see, I mean, I don't really darken my eyebrows much. I have an itch, sorry. But there you go. I still add in the highlighter. And let me just close my eyes so you can see my eye, or my eyeshadow. There you go. But that is more of my fall makeup look. I tend to add in those colors. I will definitely throw in some photos at the end of this video for you of previous falls with some clothing items I have mentioned, as well as the makeup looks that I have mentioned. And one thing it does not mention, I guess I'm gonna throw it in there, is a favorite fall hair color, because God knows this needs to be colored. But I tend to go more darker, so I tend to go toward the black. And I will be darkening this for the fall. I will say that my children have left some silver streaks in there, which I will not dig out and show you. But that tends to go along with my makeup look, because when my skin is darker, it tends to make my face look paler. So I tend to add more darker makeup, especially the bronzer. Excuse me, the bronzer and the darker blush, just to bring out the color in my skin. But that is the favorite fall tag. And again, I will post all the links for all the YouTube videos down below. I will post last year's favorite down below as well. And I hope if you really enjoyed this, you hit the subscribe button, share it. And if you would like to, go ahead and do your favorite fall tag. I will definitely post the questions as well for you. And until the next video, ciao.